immune system has dealt with viral infection.
Where are you?
Viral infection.
What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're back with Forever Skies. What on earth is this vase? Did we do something with the vase last time? I don't even remember earning that vase. Alright, so now that we have our turbine, theoretically we should be able to push it to higher altitudes. Finally starts figuring out why we got sent over into this area. Hopefully, investigate new technology to expand the base some. On a side note, one thing that we didn't really talk over too much, this little metal collector, it is actually so handy to get a ton of metal. I highly recommend building one. Or two, actually. One or two. Because, man, it is so fast and easy to get the metal. All you have to do is fly around. Nothing else special. And I did research the flashlights. That'll be the next thing that... Oh, actually, do I have enough stuff to build it on my suit? Ooh, helium. That's going to come in handy. So we'll go underneath the stairs. We'll grab those. Do we get us a free fuse? Yes, we do. Nice. It's going to come in handy too. So the helium's going to be used to expand the balloon. I didn't look and see that inside of our research there.
Encrypted data ready for research.
Half railings, doors, metal, floor, and ceiling. Alright, so let's open up this chest. What do we get here? We have copper elements, electrical elements, old canned water. Let's see, so that one's going to be important, so we'll get rid of you, and let's get rid of the simple ones because they're fairly easy to make. The last infirmary in this sector is officially closed. No one on the medical staff is alive anymore, and we sent the remaining staff to another sector. The facility unit will be rebuilt to serve as a prison, and do not send any more sick people to us. Alright, so we have all the machine parts now. We should be able to expand our balloon, which then theoretically will allow it to carry more items for us. Let's see. Doing it in the backwards direction or the forwards? Go back. We'll probably do one in the front just to make it even, but I think it's going to be a little bit before we actually have enough helium. Yeah, so once we loot more of these two blinking at light areas, we should be able to get that up and running. But now, theoretically, we have enough helium that we can expand the base without being penalized now. Is there anything important that we should be researching? So we have a transformer, which you need transformers to research. We have railings, which that could come in handy when we actually get like everything set up. Helium, fuel, we don't really have enough helium fuel to be where it really matters for now. A hanging cabinet, would that count as like a hanging storage cabinet? Let's get the rainwater collector, because I feel like that's a pretty good one.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
That looks hideous. We're definitely going to have to get into having at least two wide. But for now, we could actually get to the top of this platform now since we increased their altitude. Requires more than one turbine. You don't say. We are short people to work in the garden. We are faced with the choice of whether to fix something, harvest resources, or grow plants. Each choice has a bad side and causes loss. That's why I created an automation to help us grow plants. Water container can be connected to the pipe by the sprinkler and provide constant irrigation. More combinations can be created. It's all a matter of creativity. Are we going to be able to get a garden inside of our ship? Alright, so I made a hanging cabinet. It actually holds a decent amount of storage. We're just going to keep that there for now, that way we don't have to think about it, so we can actually move around, hopefully loot some more, and then like I said, we're definitely going to have to get into a bigger base. Everything's getting super cramped. We have a ladder room now though, so that's going to give us access to having a second story, and I think we definitely want to get the width a little bit longer too on the side of the ship, at least have it too wide. Who are you? Locking mechanism corroded by harsh conditions that can be easily destroyed with a suitable tool. Huh. So we have some sort of garden. This is a skinnable object. Thorn Beehive, a breeding place for the hive. Here they gather honey where they feed their larvae. I just like... Gotta scan this too. Lightweight decorative sculpture. Direct contact with injury, bioluminescent branches lead to source. Contamination. The conditions here are favorable for growth of vegetation, especially these vines. Fortunately, they're not too strong and are easily cut down with a knife. Plants evolve, and you can see their full cycle here. First, they spread overgrowing vacant spaces. This is understandable. The magic starts to happen later. The plants seem to mimic civilization and create their own form as if it wants to be replaced by creating something of their own, something better. Nearby, a huge organic wall sprouted up, condoning off an entire area of the world. It's amazing! Haha! Now we can actually open up these locks. Alright, so let's start with this lock, because I think he's going to be the easiest one to get to. Look at all this free money! Canola flour, distiller, plant oil, polymer. We have a constant shortage of construction resources. What we manage to transport from the surface is not enough for long. The distiller is destined to help with this. It allows you to extract the oils, resins from plants, and from them produce resources such as polymer. In addition, it allows you the creation of fertilizer and faster cultivation. A well-built garden can be self-sufficient source of building materials. This will make us independent of having to search for resources. Ooh. You look fancy. Distiller. Guessing this is the full, like, irrigation system. So we got a wrecked pot. It seems to be that nature itself is against us. None of these master plans are working. The sapling was brought to us, and the expanded gardens didn't want to grow here. Its development is so slow that it might as well be dead. They said it was unusual and could revolutionize our lives. If it can't sustain itself on poor ground and water, how are we supposed to keep it alive? It's the same situation as they imagined raising animals in the gardens. They didn't take into account that we didn't have the space for it. There's barely enough food for the people. We wouldn't have anything to feed them with it. And the time to breed once relative adulthood is at least a year. I'm glad they didn't find any live animals under the smog. They all should accept now that the only available future for humanity is a slow extinction.
The immune system has dealt
On
with
Earth?
viral infection.
Get over here.
Alright, so each time we stab one of these vines, we get a lot of biomass too. Nice. Insert battery. I don't know why I inserted that one, but it's good that we found one earlier. Okay, so we have the crossbreeding chart, we have a picture. The Great Plague is devastating. The Great Plague is devastating my body, and I feel the end is near. I already died once. The voice sent me a vision. It brought me back to life. I must find the cure and bring it to the tree from which a new world will grow and pay off my life debt. I have to get the various laboratories. They were built on the same kind of special gardens in a place like this. They researched the cure there. This is the only way. The problem is that something happened and the labs are contaminated. I have to get the equipment to produce a booster that will allow me to enter there. The voice tells me to look for it on the lift locations. I'll rest and then move on. So got more bruised flower stuff. Why did I put the battery there? Was that just to turn on the computer? That must be what it did. I don't see anything else that could have happened. You know, this entire time I never actually scanned a computer.
The immune system has dealt with viral infection.
There you.
Dealt with viral infection.
Well, that was the wrong place to drop down at. Ooh, biomass. Maybe it was the right place. Okay. Alright guys, well that is going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Next time, we're going to get a better looking design because this is just getting too goofy. I think the plan is going to be to at least start with having it so it goes too wide, so it'll sort of look like an airplane wings, then we'll have catwalks all around it, We'll have the turbines separated on the sides, the engines, we'll have them separated on the back side over there, so that it'll look a little bit more realistic, or maybe even we'll try to have the turbines on the sides, but I don't think they'll snap to... Well, if we put a wall on the outside, we could have it snap there, and then the turbines would literally be like a plane wing. That might be kind of cool. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll figure out what kind of designs we'll get to.